Warning, the following segment is not intended for audiences that are easily triggered. I'm here. I am here. All right. So I have the chat screen turned off. Because last time we did just chatting, it was just distracting as hell. So if we do have people coming in asking questions, man, if you guys could do a little moderation in my stay, that'd be great. That would be great. Okay, man. Look, y'all know what the title is. The only thing that I'm really offering here is the truth. The only thing that I'm really offering here is the truth. It's been a lot of things that have been said lately. A lot of it just it was all missing the truth in its entirety is basically what the problem is that I had with it. So, and I'm not gonna create a hostile environment. It's already hostile enough. So, the reason that I personally left the Tator Tot Boys for months, and it's happened twice. Look. Before we even get into that, I want you to consider this. When you're out in the stream world and you're networking and you're meeting people, the one thing I want you to consider is you cannot expect that same thing in return. You can't. You can't go into somebody's stream with the mentality of, shit, I was hanging out in their stream, now it's their turn. You can't when you're out there trying to do your thing. It's like an unwritten rule. It's like one of the 10 commandments of streaming. If there are 10, there's probably like 50 of them. But this, I would rank this definitely in the top 5. Now, I say that to say the difference comes when you are on a stream team, and the operating word is team. And that's what was lacking inside of the Tator Tot Boys as a whole. So this for me personally, this is why I left. It happened more than once. Like at first I tried to ignore it, but so it basically turned into it you know, we had this thing called a troll chat in WhatsApp, and it's exactly what you think it would be. It's just a lot of trolling. Sometimes that shit would spill into, in the beginning, it would spill into people's streams, which that's just not a good look. It's just not a good look at all. I mean, somebody from your crew comes into your chat and starts doing the kind of trolling that gets done inside the WhatsApp. It kind of sets the tone for anybody else that's in the stream that don't know you. They start thinking it's cool. All right. But it was the whole team aspect, the whole support factor. It just wasn't there. It wasn't there at all. And a common reference that I like to use is when you think about a football team, the quarterback cannot be the quarterback and the safety. The quarterback cannot be on the O-line at all plays. The quarterback can't be the safety, the O-line, and the middle linebacker at the same time. And that's exactly what was going on. So it really turned into more of like an auto host clique, which when auto host became popular on Mixer, you know, everybody had their own opinions, and a lot of ours just was different from one person to the next. I think one common term was, you know, at least somebody thought of you to put them on your auto host list, which I mean, that's all fine and dandy if it's more than just that. If it's always only and solely an auto host, why the hell are you on a team? Why? That doesn't make sense. So the first time I didn't pay it too much mind. I monitored it a little bit and then I let it go. And then I want to say like back towards December, that's when I really started noticing it. When you have a team and not one shows up. Every now and then one, every now and then. But consider this. You're working at a job. You're the manager. You got 2 employees that you manage. One of them, he's on work. He comes to work on time every day. But once in a blue moon, he shows up late. That's not a problem. It's not a problem, right? Well, your other person that you manage, he's late 5 times a week, 4 or 5 times a week, with the common excuse of anything that's considered an excuse. So I want you to apply both of those scenarios into what we're talking about, because that's exactly what it was like. Something came up. Oh, I'm busy. That's not how a stream team is supposed to operate. Now, we're going to get into some more stuff here. I'm not going to take too much of your time. So we covered the support thing. It's been I'm not going to say it's been a tirade of tweets, because it hasn't been. When I was getting ready to get out, I had all these things ready. Like I was at my breaking point. And my want was to bring it to the forefront. But the way the atmosphere was in there, it'd be turned around and placed on you. Like, it's a you problem. It's not a community problem. And I knew that. So I didn't say anything, but I was getting there. So the next thing that happens is there's this big message that comes out talking about disbanding the group, trying to take it in a different direction, which it should have been like that from the beginning. So at that point, I was like, well, shit, I'm out. I didn't care. I did not care, because nobody put the time or the effort in to care themselves. There's a couple people in there, and you know me, man, I'm not gonna name drop. Like I said, I'm not trying to make it hostile. But there was a couple people that actually tried. The tirade or lack thereof tweets and videos. I had the luxury of somebody actually sending this to my inbox. And when I saw it, I just kind of got enraged, because the one thing that I did agree with on that video was networking and using social media is paramount. You got to do that. I mean, that's part of being a streamer. It's kind of like driving a car. You have to use the gas, you have to use the brake. It's the same concept when it comes to streaming. Everything else in that video was a goddamn lie. All of it. A California king size bed full of lies is exactly what it was. And the only reason that I'm here is because, look, you got everything you wanted. Okay. All right. You got the brand new stream team. You got it to run exactly the way that you, and I'm cool with that shit. I'm cool with it. The only thing I'm not cool with is falsifying shit. If you're going to tell the story, tell the whole story. You tell it exactly how it was. Time for a commercial break. Why is it every time that I'm here, one of y'all are here? I'm supposed to be here. It don't matter. I'm here for the commercial break. It's a commercial break. All that smoke. I'm here for it. And why you got that damn Falcons jersey on, man? You know you guys suck. What are you talking about? You got the same shirt on, man. I wouldn't have to wear it if you didn't wear it. And you just gonna sit here. You're not gonna say nothing. I need both of y'all to leave right now. It's my show. It's mine. Thank God that there was no support system. There were favorites. We'll go to that extent. Now, again, I'm not gonna play the video, but I did take some screenshots because I saw some key points in there that I wanted to address. And in my elderly age, my memory just ain't good. It says something along the lines that they had to disband because the whole thing, so many people were just hitting the camera and going live. And that was it. That, my friend, is another lie. And I almost said the name. Whew. It said that unnamed person and a couple of their friends were very serious about streaming. Everybody inside of the Tater Tot Boys was serious. I told you I'm gonna give you the truth. They were all serious. All right. Some people had a harder time than others, but everybody was serious. So that was a lie. They'd be screaming at their family in the background and they would do it casually. Okay. So they were screaming at their family in the background. Look, man, shit's gonna happen. Period. Your kids are gonna show up. I mean, it's part of the shit, man. What are you gonna do? Lock your kids in a dog kennel and tell them to shut up until you get done streaming? It don't work like that. Then it was nobody would tell anybody that they were streaming. If you got a team, you guys know each other, right? I assume you know each other. You got them on your auto host. So you know what time people stream. You know who streams in the day. You know who streams into the night. That's another lie. Social medias were abysmal. As far as I knew, everybody in there had a link tree. Tell me I'm lying. That was a lie. Not my part. Their part. That was a lie. Okay, it was time to disband and get off the team because our team is for people, you know, not just a bunch of friends hanging out. All right, I gotta stop you right there, Chief. The Tater Tot Boys itself was built upon friends. I gotta stop you right there, Chief. The Tater Tot Boys itself was built upon friends. So what I'm taking from what I'm reading is you treating everybody like a number. You treating everybody like you can get this from them. I believe in that genuine relationship. I believe inside of a stream team, you guys have to be friends. What are we gonna do? Be enemies under the same banner? That shit don't add up. That shit don't add up. And then it was exhausting trying to, and they were like, why aren't I growing? You don't expect people to ask the question like that? You know, when I first started, man, I had so many questions and I was in some Facebook groups and you know the answer that I would get? I would get, oh, you asking so many questions. Why don't you go try YouTube? It's the same thing. That last statement is the same thing as that. And that's some bullshit. It's some bullshit. All of it. Then it goes on to say that you're not growing because you're not doing the stuff that you're supposed to be doing. And says that we're growing and they're not, and not everyone's meant to be a streamer. Now, I'll agree to an extent. The people who aren't meant to be, they make that decision. That's on them. If it's just something that they don't want to do anymore, or they don't have time for it anymore. So as we retract, I agree with the first part. Networking and using social media is essential. It is. But everything that I read to you was the meat and potatoes of that video that kind of put all of this in motion. All of them. There's a bunch of lies, man. And the only thing, who is that? Who did that? I have my chat turned off. That looked like a host behind me. I appreciate you. Thank you so much. But everything that was in that video was just a bold-faced lie. Now, I do have to say thank you because I'm pretty sure there's somebody in the trenches. Look at me, man. Look, I'm low key most of the time, man, but I'm not gonna put up with no BS. I'm just not. I'll check you at the door. I don't care about the backlash that I get. I don't care if followers they stop following me because I'm here telling the truth. You can't fault a man for that. You can't do shit like that, man. You can't. All I wanted was the truth to come out. That's it. So my thank you goes to that took my tweet and sent it out. I love you. I don't know who you are, but I swear to you, I love you because I just appreciate this as a whole. Otherwise, we wouldn't be sitting where we're at right now. And this is not, what I did on Twitter today was not a knee-jerk reaction. Coming from somebody who knows the truth, it's not a knee-jerk reaction. I did exactly what I was supposed to do in its entirety. So, watch what teams you get on. All right, everybody does not have your best interest in mind. And that was something you had to find out the hard way with the Tater Tot Boys. And that was something you had to find out the hard way with the Tater Tot Boys. Now, I did launch a tirade of tweets. It wasn't too long after I backed out, but it had nothing to do with what had already happened. It was a totally different situation that didn't necessarily involve me, but I didn't like the way they went about it. You know, it was some real snaky, real grimy shit, and like, I don't stand for that, man. You keep it 100 with me, man. I'm gonna back you up 24/7. If it's wrong, it's wrong. If it's right, it's right as rain. And the chickens have come home to roost tonight. So, no, I didn't stick around, and I'm winging this right now because I had something sent to me that was based off of what I said, but no, I didn't stick around. I didn't ask questions. It was too late for all of that, man. It was too late. It turned from being a team in the beginning to nothing in the end, and everybody was out for themselves. And don't take my everybody as in everybody. That's figuratively. There's a lot of dick riding, some clout chasing. Look, man, I'm all for BLM. I'm all for it. But when you see somebody just use that shit to rise above the occasion, all right, that's behind the scenes. We call that episode 1, Tater Tot Boys. I'll turn this chat back on because I ain't got no choice. I thought it was on. There it is. I have my chat up now. Let me get back in here. Oh man. Oh man. I got a little rugged in here. Let me see. Meanwhile, can I get back to the top of this chat? Making content about me. You can't see it. Yeah, did do the same thing. I'll agree to that. I was never addressed directly. That's another damn lie. Jesus Christ. Well, hello. Hello, everyone. I got rugged real fast in here. So, everything that we just went over. Look, man, I got jack zero to lie about. Zero. I was there before. Yeah, pretty much. I was there before she got there, and then I seen all of this stuff unfold. Period. So, and I was never addressed directly. Like I said, somebody sent me the video, and this is where we're at. This is where we're at. So, I think it's time to get into some games. Oh, MP, you here? Yeah, absolutely, man. Absolutely. I can't do nothing but agree there. I didn't expect to flip my camera on and see all of that madness. Nah, I don't think it was some Apex. Man, you're crazy, man. Nah, you ain't gotta do all that. Like I said, man, I'm not here to make a hostile environment, man. It just look, man. Like I said, all of the tirade of tweets that come out and videos, and nobody's covering exactly what happened. Nobody. So why not? I'll be your guy. I'll do it. It's cool. It's fine. I can't believe you, Joe. Now I was supposed to play some Forest. Oh yeah. Of course they're mad. True color. Yeah, and it is, man. It is. I mean, you can deny the lie, but you can't deny the truth, man. Any day of the week. Any day of the week. I got you. You gonna make me load up some Apex for real. You better quit playing with me. Oh man, it don't mean nothing to me, man. I ain't worried about that Twitter stuff. What you mean do it? You want me to load up Apex? You want to skip before us tonight? This is true. This is true. I mean, I basically blocked everybody. Like once I first left out of there, man, I just went ahead and blocked everybody because I there was no more purpose. You ain't never heard of that dude? A hit dog, a holler? What you want to run? Hey, you said that like 2 minutes ago, man. You got 8 of them. You got 8 of them. Yeah, we can load it up, man. You want to run some duos? I need to get my skills up. I can't be riding around with an OG like you and be getting toe up like way I be getting toe up. You said 10ish. What the hell is 10ish? Oh, 10 minutes. I got you. I got you. You say you read it as hula? Ah, that's crazy, man. That's crazy. Ah, that motherfucker came in here like a boss hog, too. Oh, he came in with a crew. They're masked up. We say names. No, no, technically you don't. Only thing I'm telling is the truth. That's it. That's the only thing I offer is the truth. Nothing less, nothing more. The crew shows out for real ones. I would just think it's trash to make content about people. I mean, technically, you did the same thing. Technically, I mean, I did just I followed your mode, man. I did. I didn't say your names, none of that. There was no names. I didn't. Hey, look, I gave the real story behind the Tater Tot Boys, and that was it. Everything that happened in there is everything that I covered. And then that video, that just it didn't have to be a reference, man. If you guys are gonna tell a story, man, tell it in its entirety. That's the only thing that that's all I wanted. Now, trust me, you don't either, man. But somebody took it upon themselves to send it to me, and I was like, wait a minute, man, that's not how that went down. That's not how that went down at all. Spicy. I just came to tell the story of the Tater Tot Boys. That was it. That was my job. That was it. I mean, I could say the same. I could say the same. Once I walked out of there, there was no communication with anybody. You know, you got all these options for remedies, but man, that could be applied to both sides. Again, read the title. It was about the Tater Tot Boys in general. All of it. All of it. The whole story was about. You're exactly right. You're exactly right. Just for memory purposes, I didn't want to get anything wrong. I didn't want to say the wrong thing. It didn't have to be about me. You didn't tell the story as it was. And I tweeted at you today and said your name. Well, there's no way for me to see it because shit, I blocked all of y'all when I got out of there. Every last one. There's only one person that actually reached out in the whole thing of this. The whole thing of this, one person sat down and we had a discussion. We had a discussion and I saw where he was coming from. He saw where I was coming from. Oh, well, don't let the door hit you on the way out. Thanks for stopping by. Appreciate it. Glad you got to hear the truth of the story. Yeah, I'm not worried about it, man. Like I said, I didn't come here to blast off. I told you from the jump, man, I wasn't trying to make this a hostile environment or anything like that. I just wanted to go over the key points and the truth. The truth. And the truth. The truth. And then I don't know, yeah, at me on Twitter, I blocked you guys, man. I mean, there was no reason for me to have any kind of lines of communications, man. It was not. I thought it was 3. Have you been drinking, sir? You been over there drinking? So the other reason why there was no sense in doing a DM because like I already know the type of hey. Hey man, you a fool, man. I can't stand you, yo. I appreciate the sub, yo. I appreciate that. Damn, Bro Joe Studios in the building, everyone. Bro Joe Studios in the building. So the only reason I didn't send any DMs aside from anything else was, like I said, the only reason I didn't do the DM, I already know what the vibes are. You know what I'm saying? You send a DM like that out, then poof, now you're all over Twitter. I already know how that thing would have been flipped up, man. So I took the path of least resistance and came here to address all of y'all. That was the better way to do it for me. A video got sent to me and you know, everything that was said in it, not all of it was true. Not all of it. And that's why we're here, dog. That's the only thing that I asked for was the truth the whole time. That was it. That was it. Other than that, man, like I've been chilling, I've been laying low. I ain't had nothing to say. I just, you know, and then I seen that and I was like, okay, hold on, brother. So again, like I said, it wasn't set up to be anything hostile. But if I don't tell the truth of the story, who else will? There's nobody else to tell it. I did what I came to do, man. I mean, I figured it was gonna be some hurt feelings and some bashing going around, but I mean that don't mean nothing to me. That holds no bearing for me, man. Holds no bearing. Yeah. I'm probably gonna load up, man. I was gonna run some duos with MP. MP is just it's got a little toxic in here, but you know, it is what it is. March, you got blocked, man? My apologies. Are you on? Hold up. Hold up. Heading out, was confused. Oh yeah, man. Yeah, I've been sitting on there. Like I said, man, I just can't tell the story, bro. That's it. You know, all that name and name stuff, man. Look, I'm Gucci. I am Gucci. Yeah, we're not worried about all that shit, man. We did what we came to do. I got bestsellers to write. Yo, Joe. Boy, you a fool. I appreciate you coming through, man. Thank you for hearing the story. Thank everybody that came. I do appreciate it, man. And then that goes to everybody, from the good, the bad, and to all the ugly stuff going on. I appreciate it, man. I do. And the only reason I can sit here with a straight face and say I appreciate it because it was the truth. All of it. Yeah, I had to quote some things. Look, I wasn't finna memorize all that shit. You got me all kinds of fucked up. I wasn't even trying to memorize that shit. I just went to the key points. The key points that I felt applied to the Tater Tot Boys in general. Because I'm telling you, I was there. I was there. And that's not how it went down. None of that. You know, instead of all the shade being thrown, if you walk like a duck, you know the rest. Yo, GG's for real.